Hey, welcome, Rare Nation. This is the Cover 3 show. As you can see, some of it changed. How you like it, Jason?
Oh yeah, I think we got some good things coming moving forward.
Yeah. Um, Also, we have a new introduction. Let's see if you like it. You ready to hear it? All right, here we go.
Raider Nation Jasin. Chris, Four Raiders, Chuy, and this the Cover 3 show. Raider Nation Jasin. Chris, Four Raiders, Chuy, and this the Cover 3 show. Raider Nation Jasin. Chris, Four Raiders, Chuy, and it's the Cover 3 show. Raider Nation. Raiders.
How you like that?
Me and the baby was slapping like bah, bah,
How you
bah,
like that?
bah.
Hey, like I said, welcome to Cover 3 show. We changed things up around back on Tuesdays. We're gonna stay on Tuesdays. Chewy is part of the show, but if he want to come in, he can. He's always welcome. He's part of the show. But today, for the Cover 3 show, we have a special guest. Y'all know him. Y'all love him. Welcome to the stage. Raider Twine, what's up?
Hey, what's good, fam? Blessings to everybody out there. Hey, look, hey, almost I said it backstage. I'm gonna say it publicly. I'm excited to be here. You know what I'm saying? With my niece on the channel, you know what I'm saying? Blessings to her. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, salute to everybody, man. Let's talk some of this Raider football, man.
Well, you know, this is her show. She created a whole thing. She did the intro. She did all that stuff. You know, she did everything.
She's good.
Well, let me talk to the chat right quick before we get started, though. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about today. I haven't talked to you in a while, Twan. I've seen you in a couple of shows, but I haven't talked to you in a while. Sacktown Mike's in the building. What's up? What's up? Daniel's okay. Hey, Daniel, what's up? Happy Tuesday to you too. All right. So, some more people come in. We'll get to them. So, Twan, tell me about it. How do you feel about the Raiders now?
Hey, I think we got something. We cooking something. You know, I'm optimistic, but I'm cautiously optimistic. There is some things that definitely we need to continue to address. There's some things that I think even after the draft, we still might have some holes, and we might just have to get through it until we get into another moment of bringing guys in. But hey, we got a whole new fresh thing aboard. Our GM is actually finally acting like a GM. We got a head coach that seems like he wants to be a head coach, and you know, now it's just time to get these players in here. With the guys that we do have under contract now, they're not old, you know what I'm saying? We didn't get them off the bargain bin, you know what I'm saying? We got some guys that still got some tread on the tires, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you go to, you know, some people's budget, you go to the used car, you know what I'm saying, spot and get you the used tires, but I think we went to the real tire spot and got some good tires from these guys. And there's some questions in regards to that, but definitely we'll be talking about that probably even in this live. But everything looks positive. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's anything that outside of the kicker that I think is a kind of I'm not sure kind of situation.
You know the kicker is gay.
Yeah, that's you know what I'm saying. I call him Matt G. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
Yeah. I call him Matt G. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Myra G. But you know what I'm saying? That's Matt G in my book. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, Yeah,
Yeah,
he wasn't even a good kicker when he was with San Francisco.
that's what I was about to say. He said he wasn't a good Frisco, but I guess they got tired of Carlson. Like, yeah, well, we'll get somebody else. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I agree. Yeah, they are moving in the right direction. We got, like you said, GM. It's the second year, but now he's actually a real GM. You know, he had his little bumps and bruises last year. This year, now he's taking over control of the team, and I agree with you. Hey, where the flags in the building?
Yeah.
He said, yeah, I want a wine kicker that Toko Tai, whatever his name is. Yeah, well, they might draft one. You know, they'll do something.
Yeah, I like how you use the used car analogy versus the new tires new, you know what I'm saying? And because that's what we've done for years, bro, is basically we'll get the cheap version and then try to finesse it and try to get away with it, but it never works out. And this year is the first time I've seen us cash out and actually stack and get the best of the best. Like, get what we talk about it all the time, but we never get it. We let somebody else get it. But we finally got our coach. We got the center we wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all coming together. Like, I was gonna ask you this question too. How serious are you, or what stock are you putting into this next season? As far as, do you think it's a playoff push, or are you? Because I feel it's kind of like a, you know, let's figure this line out. Let's figure what we got, and then maybe the next year will be, you know, okay, let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can get to the playoffs. But, you know, what do you think? Do you think it's should we take next year serious, or should we, you know, kind of look forward into just building?
See, Jason, you're gonna have me lose subscribers, you know what I'm saying? and I'm over here, you know what I'm saying? I'm not at the 1K yet, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get there, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to have people hit that subscribe button, but you know, I still gotta give the Raider gospel. And for me, the Raider gospel is I'm not serious about anything that happens next year. The only thing that I want to see out of the season is us being competitive, us not getting blown out, us you know what I'm saying, playing when we watch other games, you know what I'm saying, and some people that do, I'm not in that situation of Raider fans that only watch Raider games. I watch the NFL. So when I watch the NFL, I look at other teams and I'm like, the Green Bay Packers, they play football. When you turn on the TV and watch their game, it looks like football. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the stuff that we saw, we can just look at last year alone and we're like, yeah, that ain't looking like it. It looked like wannabe football, but it don't look like football. You know what I'm saying? You can see you see people's systems. Everybody they have a process. They have everything put together. And that's what I want to see put together in the first year. This is you know what I'm saying? This is install for Kubiak. So, and that's how I'm going to take it. And then also being, you know, taking off my Raider cap a little bit, I have to look at our roster and say our roster is not completely there. It's not, you know what I'm saying? There, like I said earlier in my, you know, my first monologue, you know, I said that, you know, there's going to be some holes even after the draft. And because there's going to be holes after the draft, is that really going to make us a playoff team? Now, you can say any given Sunday. Yes, it can be any given Sunday. But if you ask me to put money down, yeah, I'm not putting much stock into year one. You know what I'm saying? Because again, yes, we did some things on the O-line with you know, with the center, right? And then we also brought in Burford from the Niners, you know what I'm saying, to supplement a little bit on that O-line. But can we really trust that O-line until they really get out there and fully run the system? This is the first time that they're going to be running this, you know what I'm saying, this scheme, and not just this scheme, but this scheme together, right? And that's the most important part, especially in regards to the offensive line. So until we get all that together, and then there's a whole bunch of question marks, in my opinion, on the defensive side. So until those things get solidified and actually we can get talent, the right talent in, which I think Spy Tech will do that. The first year one, I'm not pushing playoffs at all.
Yeah, the stock on top of that, the offensive line, they haven't played together yet. I mean, Colton Miller, who missed a lot last year, JBJ played on the line. We don't know who's going to be the guards and the tackles on the right side. So in order for the offensive line to work right, they have to work together because everybody got to know each other's tendencies and what they're going to do on the offensive line. They got to know when they run the zone blocking. They all got to mold together. It usually takes time for that. This is basically a brand new offensive line except for 2 starters, and then you can count Glades if you want to, but this is a brand new offensive line they're putting together. Now on this offensive line, we actually have a true captain at the center. This is Lindenbaugh. So now he can call a plays. He can call a set. It had to be like it was last year. Geno Smith telling Meredith what to call. So now whoever quarter may be, whether it be Kirk Cousins or maybe Mendoza, if they get Mendoza or whoever's back there, can worry about the defense backfield, not the defensive line. And that's how they come together. They're going to take time. It's not going to come together in game 1. I don't expect it to. But like you said, I agree. I expect them to be more competitive this year than they were last year because last year, like a bunch of high school kids out there don't know how to play football.
You made a great point, Chris, that what we had pretty much with JPJ, we felt he was a better center, but he was still learning himself. But then Meredith didn't play the center position at all, so he was definitely a newbie. But at least with TL, he's done this before. He's a vet, you know what I mean? And then, like you said, he can teach, and that's why I feel this year it's important for us to bring Mendoza in with Tyler, at this first year, because next year will be a catch-up year if we wait till next year to get the quarterback. Now we can get it, and the kid's smart. He can, the sooner we get him in here, the sooner we can get him learning this offense.
Yeah, man. Like I said, with the looking at the football last year, man, I would have put San Jose State over what we had last year.
Yeah, he probably would have beat them too. I wouldn't doubt it. Speaking of which, what was I going to say? Because you said we need holes. So the day premise of this show is cut candidates. Now, I'm going to bring a list up of the Raiders that's currently on the roster. I'm going to go position by position. You can tell cut or not. You guys can vote on it, and I'm going to say my opinion. So we're going to start with this. Bring it up. Center position is the first thing they add, but I'm not worried about center. But we keep both of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Miller is now center, backup guard. They signed him. So the center of that position, we're going to leave alone. Now, this is the key one right here. Cornerbacks. We have a hole in the cornerback room. A hole. Big hole. So looking at this list right there, Johnson, they just picked him up, so I don't think they're going to cut him.
Mm-hmm.
And Porter, they talk about him today at the press conference too, so not a cut.
Mm-hmm.
This is a guy I'm worried about right here. What say you?
I was gonna say that as you were scrolling, that was the first person that hit my cut meter, because just last year injuries, and it feels like we've been just waiting, and he'll be on his last year soon. We'll still be waiting.
What you say, Twan?
Y'all gonna have to help me out because I can't read the names on the.
Oh, I'll say your name then. The Cameron Richardson. Would you cut him?
I'll say this in regards to GCam because I think GCam is one of those guys. You keep him. He's on his last year of his last year, I think, of his contract. That's a rookie contract. You're not spending money. He is good on special teams. And right now, because again, where our roster is in regards to our corner room, Is he really hurting our corner room? Not really, because there's really nobody else in there. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those. I'll use this analogy because my mom. Let me not get emotional. But my mom used to say this, and she said, before you quit a job, make sure you have a job.
Yeah, I said my mom said.
And with that being said, until we have enough people in that corner room, he can stay there.
So we'll take everybody we can get.
Right. And that's exactly where we're at until we can bring guys in. Because I know this is not where you're going with this, Chris or Jason overall, but you know, we have a lot of people in Raider Nation that are so emotional that they'll be like, cut this guy, and then I'm like, and replace him with who?
Right.
Or you know that. This linebacker's a bum. Okay, well, what's behind that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to tell me. Okay, we replacing Twan with Chuy. Okay, that sounds like a good. You know what I'm saying? Good swap. You know what I'm saying? But if you're just saying replace Twan with a pen, then I don't know if that's gonna work.
Yeah, I figure we're gonna draft a guy too. That because I like Pons from Indiana. You know what I mean? Like, say now if we draft somebody like that, you know what I'm saying, and then we would have like a Porter, we would have Stokes, and we could possibly plug him in if he's, you know what I'm saying. And then, but we got Teron Johnson for the slot, so really we're good. But then we can always stack it, you know, because Stokes ain't gonna be here forever, and neither is you know what I'm saying. What you call it? Well, because Porter's still young, but you know what I'm saying? Like, we always need to upgrade. Like,
well, there's two guys on their board they're looking at it. So they got Malik from Texas. They brought him in. So they said, I'm sure they're going to draft that. And then in the press conference, they're talking about safety. You know, he's talking about that. Say, yeah, well, there's that. But on the cut side, there's only one person I would cut. I would keep the Cam Richardson because of his size and his speed. Mm-hmm. Green Vance, I had to let go. I you know, I'm sorry.
I like Greedy Vance, so that's why I chose the Cameron, because I like Greedy.
And that's the tough one, because I actually also like Greedy Vance. Greedy Vance to me, and that's where I kind of and factoring in my mind, and this is, you know, what I've noticed throughout the years, especially in regards to, you know, trying to stack up the 53, they normally keep 5 or 6 corners. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And at least 2 of those guys are identified as nickel. You know what I'm saying? Like your slot corner. So Johnson he came in to be our starting slot. Okay. Right. The reason why, like, you know, and Jason said Greedy Vance to me is like a slot. I think I think he's more of a slot. So who's going to be that backup slot? Because you don't no longer need a starter, but you need a backup slot. So at least 2 of those guys are your slot corners. So I don't know. Greedy Vance might be, unless, like you said, if they drop Pons, then okay, now you got Pons and Terry and Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Playing the slot, you're good. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, it pains me to say it because he's a UFC boy. So I don't know. Maybe he just played a lot out of position last year, but he did get burned on a lot of plays. The defense was playing out of position to me. Maybe it's a Pete Carroll defense that he was playing, and maybe it was different. Maybe this year, playing a certain new kind of type of defense, probably better. But to me, he's on a bubble. That's what I'm saying. He's on a bubble.
Yeah. And the way that he came in definitely puts him on the bubble, right? He was a UDFA, right? So you know, UDFAs are always unless they, you know, saying pop, you know, like Kendrick Lamar said, pop out and show. You know what I'm saying? Unless they pop out and show, then you know they won't be on that bubble. But pretty much UDFAs almost every year are on the bubble, and definitely Greedy Vance is one of those guys. But my personal opinion is I like Greedy Vance to be that backup. Not nose, not nickel, nickel for us. Until we find someone better.
Good point. Very good point.
All right, so defensive end, I say we cut Max Crosby right away.
Okay, get him out of here. No.
Yeah, because
What? Oh, you talking about cut Max Crosby?
No,
he's on a bump, man. I'm just kidding.
No. All
that crap we went through this off season, they ain't cutting him.
He's gonna play like a demon this year. I like to see the end of this year and see what he does.
Yeah, he's gonna play like a man possessed, man. What happened to him?
You need to get more sacks from me.
Exactly. Yeah. 11 to 15 sacks, I'd be okay with that. Even more, but at least
Kuntz will step up too. I think Kuntz last year, like I said, played it safe because coming off injury and all that. But I think he's got to earn after this one because this is his last 1 year deal. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna try to, if he's smart, ball out this year and try to get that big contract if it's here or somewhere else. So either way, it's a win-win for us.
Well, Kuntz was getting better towards the end of the season because you remember he was hurt a whole year. So it's still mentally, trying to get back in the game. It's doing better. And now they're playing that 3-4. We'll see how it works out for him. But Jafari Harvey is what I'm talking about. I don't know anything about him. Did he play last year?
He was a UDFA. The player that you guys talking about, Waldo? The player.
Which one?
The guy you guys was just talking about, Waldo.
Oh, Malcolm Kuntz.
Malcolm Kuntz.
Yeah.
We got Waldo.
I was thinking like, who's on our team?
Waldo.
You know who Waldo is?
Where's Waldo?
Nobody know where he is.
I think I know what you're saying. Where's Waldo?
Everybody, you know who Waldo is. Nobody knows where is Waldo, and that's Malcolm Kuntz. Come on now, I gotta give the Raider gospel. Look, we gave him another 1 year deal. Why do we give him another 1 year deal? Why don't we give him a multiple year?
They want to see if he can do it again.
Because he didn't do anything last year.
Yeah.
Well, here it is. They give him 1 year deal, and if he does good, they'll probably give him an extension later in the season. If he does good, if he starts off good and perform good, halfway through the season, say, okay, you know what, you're doing good, we'll extend that contract. But right now, we got to see what you can do because they signed him right where Max was supposed to have been traded. They didn't know Max is coming back, so we'll give you 1 year because we don't know what's going to happen. But we need defensive end. That's why they signed the guy below him. What he pay? So it's like I prove a deal again. Prove it, not bye-bye.
Malcolm Kuntz must have been singing backup for Biggie Smalls. Give me one more chance. Give me one more chance. You know what I'm saying? That's Look, I hope he does something because I can't give him another 1 year contract. Yeah. If he don't do anything this year, he gotta go.
Yeah. Or they can use for trade bait to see
what happens. Cowboys, you can have him.
Yeah. They signed Charles Stone. It's another guy that really performed last year. He came up. So I wouldn't cut him. I did resign him anyway. Now,
like Snowden.
The number 7 overall draft pick. Well, he's still on a rookie deal. So this is last year. They're gonna give him an extension. You know that.
Yeah. Watch him ball out too this year. Watch him just go ham. And then
ball out because this is it for him.
Go possessed. You know what I mean?
And I don't think it's necessarily part of it is because it is his last contract. Not saying that that's the only reason why he's gonna ball out. I think the system is going to fit him a little better than what he was going to do, and especially because his defensive coordinator is now, you know what I'm saying, his D-line coach is now his defensive coordinator. I think he's going to realize that we need to stop moving Tyree back and forth, up and down, left and right, and put him in one spot and let him play. That's the same issue that I've been preaching in regards to the air, because everybody wants to talk about him and Cleveland Farrell and put them all in the same boat. That was the same boat that we had with Cleveland Farrell. We were putting them up, down, left, right. You know what I'm saying? We were moving them all around, and that does not help. Not just only D line, but that does not help any rookie player in their development. And that was the thing that Tyree needed. Any rookie player needed is the development in the early stages. And when you're moving them around like that, what development are they really getting?
Yeah, because you can't practice one stance, one form, because he's a defensive end, he's either tackle, he's defensive end. Then they want him to stand up as almost like a linebacker. Or what I'm supposed to do? You confused.
And every guy on that line is different. Like people want to, we're going to put this guy, we're going to slide him here and we're going to slide this guy there. No, the guy that's rushing from the left side and the guy that's rushing on the right side, they're doing different stuff. And there's only a handful of guys. There's only those special guys, like you could say the Max Crosby's and those top tier pass rushers that can rush up and down the line. But all these other guys, they literally are, look, I can only rush from the left side. Hey, I'm only good rushing on the right, but for the sake of keeping a check, I'll do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? But if you want them to excel, or you want them to be good at what they're at, you got to keep them in the same spot. That's another reason why, and I know we'll probably get to that in regards to JPJ, but I'm glad that they're solidifying where JPJ is going to be. We ain't got to worry about him being a center one day and a guard the next day, and then maybe we'll play him at right tackle because we're struggling at right tackle. You know what I'm saying? Like, forget all that. Like, keep them in the same spot and let them be a star in that spot.
Exactly. That's 100% right. You know what? I'm gonna do this because you're preaching right now, man. Exactly. Stop changing them around so much. Don't change them in mid-season. You should have had that figured out doing OTAs and mini camps. Where are we gonna put you at? Okay, OTA, we put you over here, see how that works out. No, I think you do better over here. And then see what best fits that person's style and what he can do. The Raiders last year was just a total discombobulation because JPJ supposed to be the center. I don't like JPJ being a center. We're going to put him right guard. We're going to put Meredith, who never played center at all in his whole life, at center. Don't make sense to me. And Alex Kaepernick next, the worst freaking guard in history. Let's see. So that was Booker, Butler, Tonka, Lalo. They're gonna keep most of their D tackles.
Yeah. How do you guys think Lalu did last year?
I think Lalu was probably one of the better ones out of the D tackle room. At least he flashed. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he was completely, because I'm not completely happy with the D-line room in totality in regards to their production of sacks and stuff like that. But his name was getting called. I'll say it like that.
That's what I say. Same thing. When I hear a name called on TV or hear him, then that means you're doing something. It's not that question. Is he on the field at all? Like he's talking about, like, where's Walter? But his name was getting called a lot. So I appreciate that. D tackle's okay. Probably Martin, I don't know. I didn't even see him play. We got a fullback. And then I don't know, really. I wanted to see who wanted to cut, but I really don't see anybody really worth cutting until after the draft. Because you look at the Kobe Dean. I mean, not Kobe Dean. Tommy Eichenberg.
I don't think they're cutting him.
He's not going to cut him because he's still on rookie contract. Plus, he's a good special team player.
I think Eichenberg, if they don't bring anybody in, I think Eichenberg might actually be a starter. Because because Nakobe Dean, he's more of an outside linebacker. You can put Quay as also you can put Quay kind of on the, as a middle linebacker, but his suit is better to be on the outside. So, and remember, if we're running the traditional 3-4, that means you have 4 linebackers out there at the same time. So if you got Nakobe Dean, Quay Walker, who else is going to play linebacker?
It's true.
Eichenberg.
They really don't have too much with you in that aspect. They really don't have too many linebackers out there. They got to get Jamin Davis. That didn't really hurt too much about him.
He was a free agent that we picked up later on. You know what I'm saying? And I think his issue was injuries. Like was he going to be able to stay on the field and be healthy? And that's why, again, with Eichenberg, when I looked at Eichenberg coming out the draft, because that was one of the guys that I said, let's get Eichenberg in the 5th round, and we ended up getting him, I think, in the 5th or 6th round. But when I looked at his tape out of college, he was a problem at being that middle linebacker. So hopefully he can step into that and be one of those middle linebackers for us in the traditional 3-4. But if they make adjustments, I don't know. We'll see how that linebacking room. But it definitely needs to be addressed. I know a lot of people are so excited about the 2 linebackers we got, but we need more linebackers than that.
I like what hey, welcome to the chat. Thanks, Damon Johnson says, I like Eisenberg. He was a tackling machine in Ohio State. He was. Yeah. I like him too. We just didn't use them properly. Pete Carroll didn't put him in the first position to succeed. Exactly. I agree with that. I like Eisenberg in college. And then, like I said, when he hits you, when you see him, when he hits somebody, you know it. But he wasn't played in the right spot where he should have been played at. This is going to change.
And that was no, you're good. I think the other thing with Eichenberg, because I was one of the guys that was, pushing for Eichenberg, in the draft, and I liked him too. But when you have guys that are, Pete Carroll was running veterans, you know what I'm saying? Like, I forgot what the guy's name was that led us in tackles last year.
Devin White.
Thank you. I was drawing a blank on it. Right? Wasn't he our middle linebacker? So if he was our middle linebacker.
No, he was an outside linebacker. They had Eldon Roberts playing middle.
Oh yeah. Landon Roberts, yeah. So when you have a Landon Roberts, right? Are you going to play a Landon Roberts or are you going to play Eichenberg? That's
you can't have. One thing about Eichenberg was that he's a good sideline guy. Roberts wasn't. Roberts straightforward, step to run. Now that's all pretty much he did. And you saw what Spytek did this offseason. He got linebackers that go side to sideline that can't cover if they have to cover. But main thing, stop the run. Eichenberg can do all those. I've never seen Atlanta Roberts covering anybody. Even the tight end ground middle, he wasn't there. He was behind to play.
Mm.
So, I'm not cutting him or Lindenberg. This guy here, I'm curious to see what he does. I'll let you say that name, Jason. Sigon
Alubi.
Yeah, they just picked him up. I'm going to see what he does. But he's more like a blitzing linebacker that does a lot of rush the passers. So maybe he'll help out. So as far as linebackers, then no cuts there. Long snapper, offensive line, Lucky Toss, you can't cut him. The running back room is crap. What do you think, Twan? Besides Genty.
I'm looking. It depends on what they want to do in regards to what they, obviously Genty's Genty, right?
Right.
Mostert does fit the system. I'll say that. He does fit the system. But I was looking at in regards to the draft, picking up a running back in the draft.
Yeah. Totally agree with
So
that.
we'll see, because I think this is the other trick that Spy Tech is doing that I've noticed, is that he's keeping some of these guys that are second and third, you know what I'm saying, on the roster that are veterans, so that he doesn't have to draft there. Where in for an example, the tight end room, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have Bowers, we have Mayer, and then they signed Ian Thomas. Now, that third tight end, normally, if you're trying to be frugal or trying to save money, you normally draft your third tight end. So you have him under that 4-year cheap contract, which I call cheap labor. But to address the tight end room, you completely keep in, and then now you don't have to draft the tight end. Now, I will say this, that it could fall that way, but also I think with Spy Tech, hey, if he's the best player available, we might have an extra tight end. You know what I'm saying? But looking at it, he might keep Mostert so he doesn't have to draft a running back, but I prefer that they draft a running back to at least have them on that 4-year contract.
It's true. God, I was not to you because I don't know something about his name, but that's true. God, you said, "What's good, Twan?" You know this is true. God, right?
Hey, what's good, fam? I'm sorry I wasn't looking at the chat, but salute to you, man.
Yeah, I'm going through a test right now. The tight room is okay. I mean, Brock Bowers, yeah, Michael Mayer, yeah. And they signed another guy. I'm not going to call him, say his name, because I'm a butcher. I just call him OK. OK Jr. They signed him. And then, like I said, they re-signed Ian Thomas, which I thought was a good re-signing.
Yeah.
Because he really gets a chance to play. The man can catch. The man can block. Steve Kubat is looking for, can you block? That's what we're looking for. Can you block down the field in the running game? And he does lay it out there. Running, on the other hand, I don't know about him. He might be one and done. Although he had some good games last year when he did get in there, but I don't see it because they signed the other guy from Pittsburgh. I forgot his name. I have to scroll back up. He's a fullback / tight end, but it looks like a fullback. So he can play either or.
Yeah, Connor Hayward.
He can play either or. They can run 12 man. You put him out there as a tight end. So running might be gone. I think the tight end was good. I think they're good at that.
Jason, what's your thoughts on the running back? Because I know we ran through that real quick.
Oh shit!
How are you feeling about that running back room, man?
I'm gonna go back.
Yeah. So I like that you brought up Mostert too, because I would like to see a second chance at Mostert too, because Genty needs somebody else in that backfield. Really, two. I would like a Mostert and then a draft. We draft a running back, and then that way we got a 3-back system. Every back doing something different. Genty's durable. I like that. Like he's been pretty much healthy. Lave, I still want to see a little bit more. Chris Collier, I feel like he can be upgraded. You know what I'm saying? So like, I definitely want to draft one or two.
Well, how many we're about to they'll keep? They got 3 right now on the roster. How many think they'll keep? 4?
With Genty being durable, I think probably 4 at the most. Maybe 1 for the practice squad, maybe 3 for the hopefully 3 for the roster. But then that's the fullback too. So Connor Hayward's probably gonna be one of those. So yeah, I'll take 4 probably at the moment.
It's probably going to be 3 with the fullback. Because remember, the fullback is in the running back room.
That's what I was thinking. That's 3. It'll be 4, but fullback is 1, and then the other 3 running backs. So they'll need Dylan Lobby. He had his moments a few times, And the way they're gonna run the offense, the cutbacks, he is a good cutback runner. He does make good cutbacks. But I still say they got to draft one.
Yeah, Lobby's there, and he is, he does special teams. You know what I'm saying? But he has to solidify his ball security.
Shit, most deaf.
I got health issues, and I'm tired of having heart attacks when they kick the ball to him on special teams. Because it is, yeah. I've seen him cough up the ball too much for my liking.
Yeah,
So,
he had that one game where we got the ball back. I forgot what team it was. He ran the ball, got good yards, and dropped and lost the ball.
He can run, but he can't carry.
Yeah, well, in football, the idea was to carry the ball. You can run all you want to, but what good if you can't carry the ball? You might as well go do track and field. All right, so we all agree that we're gonna draft a running back. I'm not gonna go too much on the offensive line because they're pretty hurt there. I see him getting another guard or something, or a tackle. What do you think? A tackle or a guard? They should draft something. What do you think?
I think we're good interior wise.
Okay.
I would like for us to address tackle because everybody's excited about Grant, but we haven't seen him.
Not much.
And Glaze has glaze on his cleats.
Well, I'm not gonna. He took a step back last year. We all saw it, but I think it more due to coaching because it seemed like the whole line was not even coached right. But we got a new head coach and a new offensive line coach. Let's see can he improve because the first year when he got in there, he came after what's his name got hurt, and he did right. Lumador was it Lumador?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he came and did okay for a rookie. Then we expect him to do much the second year, but then everything changed. New offensive line coach or whatever you want to call his ass. I want to get paid and not do nothing, guy. So we'll see what happens this year.
You was talking about Glaze?
Yeah, Glaze.
Yeah, the reason why I said Glaze has glaze on his cleats is because in regards to pass pro, if you are a speed pass rusher, he had the hardest time blocking those guys, and that was because of his feet. So if he cannot get his feet together, we might need to, especially in pass pro, like we might have to find some other option for that. But I was hopeful for Glaze because when he first came out, he looked pretty solid. But then when you started to see some of those trends stick their ugly head up, you start to realize that his feet weren't, his feet weren't up to par. So, obviously those are things that he can work during the off season. I'm not saying that we need to totally get rid of Glaze. But that's definitely something tackle wise that we need to address just in case that is an issue for him.
Yeah, because Colt Miller's getting up in age and he has a little injury prone history. So we're gonna need somebody because if he goes down, we gotta put somebody over there at his spot, probably Grant or something like that. But then some go have on the right side, we can get somebody for the right side. So yeah, I say get a tackle, maybe a swing tackle. They can do both, right and left. And so Detroit God said lots of people think we made a mistake and left a hole by getting rid of Dylan Parham. What do you think?
See, and that's one because we were so a lot of us were really sour on Dylan Parham, but now we switched to this new, this scheme. Dylan Parham actually would have fit.
Exactly, I agree with that.
He decided to go over to the Jets and do what it do over there.
True. All right, so here's the biggest question. We got 9 wide receivers in the room. 9. How many receivers? How many wide receivers do you think we're going to keep? Right now, it's 9.
Probably 6.
6. Okay. So at the list, what 3 would you cut? Not cutting Jack Best. I don't think they cutting him, but that's Spytek's pick. Sear Jackson was a UDFA, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. Jalen they just signed him, so he's not going. Brendan Rice is a question mark. And another USC boy. Damn it, why you cut my USC guys? Justin Shorter never showed up in any games he played in.
He was preseason.
Preseason don't count, man, the regular season, though. I get you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, I'm just saying that the Shorter, yeah, he's been with us in preseason. And I think Justin Shorter is also that same guy that is he's like a hybrid. He's a wide receiver, but he's also can be a tight end.
Yeah, because he got the bill. He's 6'4", 220, 230. So yeah, we get that. But they drafted somebody. They picked up somebody that fit the same bill. They got the Young, 6'2", 224, 225, whatever.
Now he's a special teamer,
right?
And I think that was specifically his task is special teams. I think he's supposed to help us out in the return game.
Definitely. We definitely need that. Donnie Thornton ain't gonna cut. So that they might give him a shot.
I'm being sarcastic, but Dante Thornton.
That was spot this guy. Jason, help me out here. You think you're gonna cut him or what?
I hope not, just for the size and the speed. I would like to see at least one more year. You know what I mean? Just to see if he can improve from last year. Because I figure Mendoza needs a big target. You know what I'm saying? Like he needs a big target. He's got a lot of little receivers on this team right now. So I would take my chances with him. Just at least one more year.
Yeah, he drafted him last year, so rookie year. Like I said, that was Spytek's pick, so PK had nothing to do with that. And plus, you really can't really look down on him. For one thing, he didn't have a quarterback to give him the ball. To get the ball to him. And each time he tried to get the ball to him, he threw him in double coverage. Like, what the heck? And then one ball threw against the Patriots last year, the first game, the ball was underthrown. If he could have got the ball over, that would have been a touchdown. He had to come back for the ball. A couple of times in games he did that. He had to come back for the ball and wait for it. So I wouldn't come. I would let him go one more year and see. And then their boy Trey Tucker. He's not getting cut because Kubiak likes this guy. He talks about them all the time, Trey Tucker. A couple of times he talked about Trey Tucker. I don't think he's going anywhere.
Trey Tucker, and I've said this on some other channels and shows. I think people are sleeping on Trey Tucker, especially in regards to this offense.
Mm-hmm.
I think he has some things that hasn't been shown that has the likes of JSN.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think Kubiak sees that. And if he can pull that out of Trey Tucker, we might have not necessarily our number one wide receiver, but definitely someone that can step into that type of shoes in regards to this offense.
There were 5 games last year that I watched, and I saw Tucker open a couple of times in each one of those games. And Gene Smith didn't even look at it. He's doing double coverage.
Yep.
So Tucker is a person that can get open. And plus, I don't want them to cut Tucker, because he's going to Vegas. He's going to be in Bakersfield with me and Jason going. The Bakersfield kickoff thing. So he'll be there. And he'd be the only NFL player I actually look eye to eye. Face to face. Instead of looking up, I can actually look somebody straight here. Hey. But I like Trey Tucker's abilities. I like what he does. He gets open. There's nobody can get him the ball.
Yeah, I feel he could be a Swiss Army knife, man. Like, if we can get him in space, he's got speed too. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. If we can get him in space, he can be a threat. Like, we get him against those linebackers, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can make it happen.
Jordan's in the building. I know probably like him, but yeah, we said you'd be all right. We're not cutting you. I'm just saying. I think give more than a year.
Dante.
Yeah, Coach Gray. Hey, what's up, Bravey? I ain't seen in a while. I can't believe what I just heard from Twine. What did you hear from Twine that you can't believe?
He talking about my expectations of, well, not expectations, but my thoughts of Tucker. When you look at how Jasin was used and how Clint Kubiak put him in positions to put him in space and move him around the field, you can do the same thing with Trey Tucker. The only issue that we had with Trey Tucker back in the day was that he would double catch balls, you know what I'm saying? But now we seen him solidify that up. I'm not saying that he's going to be exactly the JSN, you know what I'm saying, carbon copy, but if there's anybody that can, if I can pull a JSN play, I think I can put Trey in there and get the speed and everything else and put Trey Tucker in space and he can be a problem. Again, like you said, Chris, plenty of times Trey Tucker was open and he didn't get the ball. You know what I'm saying? So there was opportunities there, but I think if we get my cousin in here, you know what I'm saying, and he's delivering the ball to where it needs to be, I think Trey Tucker will be what we need him to be until we get an official number one wide receiver.
Okay, that'll be the next topic. Jason has something to say about that earlier about they using Tucker the wrong way. He said in the rounds, jet sweeps. I agree with that.
Yeah, like even those what do you call it, the HB flip, where you fake a toss to the running back outside, but then you flip it. He runs in like either inside the center and the guard, and you just flip it to him. You know what I'm saying? Like Patrick Mahomes used it a lot in his first couple seasons, but it's stuff like that. Like when you get the defense going one direction and they're set and trying to stop that to the right, then you flick it up the middle, change the direction. And he's got the speed to be able to do that. Because if you get those big guys moving in one direction so fast, it's hard for them to cut. And he's got the agility to be able to stop on the dime and make it happen.
Yeah, because they used them all. I think he did that. I remember seeing maybe 2 games. He might have did it in 1 game. I didn't watch. I watched most of the game because my internet went down. I couldn't watch all the football games. I think I'm seeing him do a sweep twice. Mm-hmm. And then that's one thing I heard last year about the offense. Why we run the same plays over and over again? Why we not changing it up? Why Tucker's over there? Put him in motion. Do a jet sweep. Do something different. Mm-hmm. And with Kubiak being the head coach now, he's going to involve his speed guys and his big guys more often. And one thing Kubiak likes about Trey Tucker, the dude's 5'8", 182 pounds. Mm-hmm. He blocks downfield.
Yeah.
That's the main thing about him. That's what he talked about it before twice. Yeah. He blocks downfield. So when you're going to run the ball, he's downfield, he's blocking.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. To motion him out too, like have him like they used to do Tyreek, motion him out, and then everybody's watching Tyreek. Everybody's like, oh shit, are they gonna throw it to him right here? What's he gonna do? And then you open it up for everybody else. That's why Kelsey was able to eat You know what I mean? Because everybody was watching Tyreek.
That's the thing. Keep the defense guessing. Well, what are they doing? We don't know. Keep them guessing because we were so predictable. I can sit my couch say, I can call the next 6 plays. The next 8 plays. Run, throw the ball incomplete, interception or something. Punt. Next 3 plays. Run, gets nothing, punt. Or interception. It was like predictable. And the defense knew it. They was like, you know what you guys do. We see it. Mm-hmm. Oh, you guys are running a quarterback sneak on third for a 3rd down and 3? A quarterback sneak? Oh, yeah, okay. Cool. Or it was a 4th down and 2. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna bring this up right quick. I'm gonna ask Twan's opinion. I already know your opinion, Jason, but you can feel free to say it again. So there's a lot of talk that people are saying now, not everybody, we should trade out the 1st round pick to get more draft picks, Twan. How do you feel about that?
Why do y'all try to keep having me lose subscribers, man? Stop asking me these questions.
Well, he can say if you want to, I'll just mute you. You can talk. We'll read your lips.
look, Jason, you know what I'm saying, had me lay down on the grass while the lawnmower was coming over, you know what I'm saying? And then now you walking me slow across the street when the bus is coming down the street 60 miles per hour. Come on now.
Not the bus, the train. Let me make sure you get on the train.
Hey, look,
train.
look,
no, that's how you feeling. I mean, some people said some things that make sense. Some people don't make sense. So I'm just asking how you feel about it. I mean, everybody has their own opinion. So if you don't want to say it, you don't have to.
I'll try my best to say it and still give the Raider gospel. Okay. How can I say it? Okay. There's multiple ways in which the Raiders can go. And it's really up to how you want the Raiders to go. Okay? If you want to build the team fast, you trade out of that pick. If you're okay with having, you know what I'm saying, like me and Jason said earlier, these not we ain't worried about how many games we really win type of seasons, then go ahead and go ahead and pull the trigger at 1. And the reason why I said to trade out of that, you would build the team faster, is because you would get those seconds, those 3rd round picks, those, you know what I'm saying, multiple 1st round picks, right? For an example, even if the Jets decided to move up to number 1, they would have to give up their 2. They would have to possibly give up their 16 and then still give us some stuff for next year, including, you know what I'm saying? So with all of those picks, where I said if we draft this year, thinking that we will get that number 1, we'll still have holes. But if you trade out of that, then you won't have as many holes. So it's really up to how you as a Raider fan wants to go. You want to win right now, then you trade out of that pick. If you got patience and you can wait, and a lot of you, I heard a lot of you guys say this, but we'll see how you want to play it. A lot of you guys said, I ain't got time. We've been waiting too long.
Well, yeah, I don't have time.
You know what I'm saying? If you on that boat, then I think the best one is that you trade out of that.
Okay.
Because again, for an example, I'm gonna make everybody happy now. We get Mendoza. Yeah, let's get all the jerseys. Is he really gonna start the first? You know what I'm saying? Is he gonna start the first year? No. So that means we wasted a pick for someone that's not even gonna possibly see the field, unless Cousins stinks it up. Because we've already heard from Spytech and Mr. Telephone Man. And Mr. Telephone Man is Tom Brady. So if you hear me say Mr. Telephone Man, it's Tom Brady. So we've heard from Mr. Telephone Man and Spytech that they don't like starting their quarterback. So we wasted a pick that we could use on a linebacker. We wasted a pick on a safety. We wasted a pick on a pass rusher that could start right now. But you say that we ain't got that I ain't got time. So the world is yours. Pick how you want to go about it. But those are your options. Do you want to win now, or can you wait?
Mm-hmm. That's good philosophy. I feel on that. I understand. I don't know why you described that, because I heard a lot of people say the same thing. A lot of guys say the same thing. My philosophy on that is that, damn well, we need a quarterback. Okay, they said, well, we can pick Tyson later. We could pick Tyson later. Plus, the other quarterbacks out there we can pick. But right now, you got to look at the window of opportunity right now that we have. Mm-hmm. We have Kirk Cousins. We have him for 1 year for $20 million. After March, the third week of March, the third football week of March, or fourth week of March, which is the new football season, if we don't re-sign him, we got to pay him $60 million for his contract, whether we negotiate a contract or not. So then we don't have a quarterback. So now we're stuck with what we have. AOC, I don't know if he's going to be there or not, because he can get out, he can leave next year because he's a free agent. So now you didn't build up a quarterback enough to run Kubiak's system. So basically, we're back in the same boat we were in for years, hiring retreads. Kirk Cousins is a retread. He's been in the league long enough. He's just good enough as a retread that he still can drive another 500 miles. He's still good enough to get you where to go. It's not a ball tire yet, since you made that analogy about tires earlier. So if you drive now, okay, let him sit. Who knows if they do draft Mendoza? Who knows he'll come and beat Kirk Cousins and start? We don't know that. We have no idea. We don't even know if they're going to draft Mendoza or not. But if they do, he could beat him out. Probably not. But you never know. But you got to get built now. We're not going to the playoffs next year, Raider Nation. I don't care unless we have a fluke. We're not going to. It's only like 7 teams that went first to worst, and 2 of them went to the Super Bowl. Yeah, but they lost both times. I think my memory serves right. I got to look it up. But in the event, though, you got to start somewhere. Trade out that pick. If Mendoza is what everybody wants and what they talking about is the right pick, pick him. You can get other guys that you need to fill the roster up later, because this year's draft is really not a good draft at all for any position besides defense. Linebackers, edge rushers. Yeah, it's a great draft for that. And it's a decent draft for wide receivers. But as far as like any other position, it's really not that good. And they talk about next year. Next year draft might not be that good neither for quarterbacks. They said a couple years ago when Carson Beck was supposed to come out, Drew Lock was supposed to come out. Who's the other guy? Someone else was supposed to come out. He didn't. So who to say that this year's draft will be good? Because this year, Drew Lock's coming out and Carson Beck. You don't hear anything about those guys. Not at all. So if you want to start right, if you want to make Red Nation happy, you better get Mendoza, because if you don't, the fan base is going to lose their freaking mind. Because Plytech do want more drafts. I get it. Okay, well, do it in the second round. Draft to 36 and get some more draft picks in the later rounds. I'm cool with that. Because everybody's talking Mendoza, but nobody's talking about that number 36 pick or 67 pick. Nobody's talking about those 2 picks. Who we get? Jason.
Hmm?
You got kind of quiet over there.
Oh no, I was just my bad. It was the baby's falling asleep too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but no, I agree. Like, so I can see both sides of it. You know what I mean? Like, I want the quarterback now. You know what I mean? Just because I'm tired of us every year talking about this quarterback thing. But like, I can see the other side of it of getting picks. Because if somebody offers a big enough, franchise changing trade, because think about the short time that Max Crosby was fake traded. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about how we had the 14th pick, and we were plotting on that 14th pick. That would have been so sweet.
Didn't that look great?
Man,
Oh,
you know what? I love some Max Crosby. They even got a jersey, but bye. I'll take that 14th pick right now because that's a good pick. That's almost in the top 10.
Yeah, I did mock drafts like until that 14th pick was stripped from there, like just because it was so nice. Because I was like, damn, we could get our tackle, and then at that second round pick, then we can get that Caden McDonald. You know what I mean? Because I was looking at
and 2 picks next year.
Yeah, and we could do so much damage because like how Twan said, basically, if we're looking at it just like I'm looking at it, like I don't expect anything. If we get there, of course, great. But I'm looking at us just stacking this team up, man. Like how we like McDonald, if we can get him, like I said, with that 14th pick, we could have got that tackle to replace Miller. You know what I'm saying? Like in the future. So because the whole thing is he has 5 years. The coach Kubiak has 5 years to get this team, in the right direction. So why not get the quarterback now, the tackle now, the cement of your defensive tackle room. You know what I'm saying? Get that the 340. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we could do damage. You know what I mean? And the quarterback position, I like him because I like the size, I like the spunk that he plays with, the fire. But at the same time, we need more than just a quarterback. We need more than, so more picks, but early picks. It has to be like, first, second round, third at the very least, because we need true talent. We need to pair people with Max that can actually do the job, not just, awe at him while he's doing his thing. And, we need people that are actually studs or somebody that's better than Max Crosby. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't stop with Max. Max not the last of his kind. He's a beast, but there's somebody coming up behind him, and we just need to pair him up and stack him.
And when I say, because again, I keep saying I see both sides just to play it safe, because I know some people are so hell bent on Mendoza, and it's almost like their gear is stuck in that, and look at, and Chris said it earlier, and I don't know if he really realized what he's like. I know you know what you're talking about, but I don't think you fully realized it. Like the idea of, you said when you look at the draft, it's really defensive, right?
Yeah.
Where
are we struggling on our roster?
I'm telling you, the main thing we're struggling on was quarterback.
What side of the ball?
And then also the defense, we only think we're struggling in the backfield.
Defense.
And they're playing, okay, so go ahead and get Mendoza first round. You got 9 more picks to get defense. Because if you think we're going to get Bain, which I like the other guy better from Miami, the other guy, I can't say his name right. I like him better than actually like Bain. I think he did more than Bain did.
Mezendorf?
Yeah, that's I guess his name. So, yeah, we still got other picks we can get for that. But where does the team start at? If you don't have a quarterback and throw the ball and get points, doesn't matter how good defense is. If you can't score points, what's going to average 13.2 points a game last year? That's how many points we average. The thing is this: we got to get the ball in the end zone. Not saying Mendoza is a one-all win-all. Not saying that, but it's a good start to get things going in year 1, maybe year 2, definitely. Kirk Cousins not going to be around. I don't think I'll pay Kirk Cousins $60 million next year. That's what I'm saying. The defense last year wasn't that bad. People say defense sucked. No, it didn't. When you're on the field 70% of the time because offense can't keep the ball because of turnovers and 3 and outs, the defense is going to get tired. Okay? But if you have offense that can drive the ball down the field, waste some clock, run the ball, get some points, the defense is going to be well rested. Well rested. So I don't think we really struggled that much on defense. We had our games where they blew us away because defense like to say, "Dang, we gave it. We got a turnover. We stopped them. We stopped in 3 and out. Do something with it." There's one game that they did it twice. I think it was Denver. I can't remember what game it was. That we stopped them so many times. But yeah, what the Raiders offense do? Nothing. Because of bad quarterback play, bad offensive line, bad play calling. We couldn't do anything with that. Cole kicked the ball down twice within the 3-yard line. Raiders stopped him, got the ball back. What we do again? Punt again. So we got to start with one thing. We need a quarterback to build the future. You can trade a quarterback away and get all defense. Yeah, fine. Defense is number 1 defense in the league. Yeah, but offense number 32. To me, that translates to 1-7, 1-16 wins. If you can't score.
So you have the option of either building your defense or drafting a quarterback that is not going to see the field for a year.
One can't say. But I say one thing. I'll take that year off. Oh, thanks, man. I'll take that year. Don't take it off. Take it off. That's fine. I'll take that year off vacation, man, and watch some New York games while he sits and wait and get better. But like I said, defense was not bad last year. It was just the offense was bad.
Yeah, I agree that the line will be better. So we'll be see. That's the thing. I feel the line will be better, so the running game will be better, and that'll take the pressure off the quarterback because the quarterback has had to do a lot this last couple years. Being McDaniel's year, the years after that, Pete Carroll. And I think it's not supposed to even be like that. We're supposed to be a pound that ball, run that ball down their throat team, and then throw when we got to. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's like a 3rd and 2, everyone's stacking that box and then we hit them over the top. You know what I mean? It's just supposed to be where we just pound them into submission pretty much. But lately it's been on the quarterback's shoulders, because the line's not giving us any time, like first down, we're losing yards, so we're always starting off in the negative, and it's not a lot. But I think moving forward, like with the center, adding a real center will take a lot of the pressure off that middle, you know what I mean? Because they were just pounding us up the middle, pause. But you know what I'm saying? They were just getting at us, pretty much blowing up the middle, and then they stopped the whole play.
You ain't got to pause that. That's actually what we saw every week.
That's exactly what they were doing.
Yeah.
Losing right the middle.
Yeah. So with that being kind of eliminated with Tyler, I feel like now they're going to have to shift that focus, and it's just going to open it up for Genty. You know what I mean? He'll be able to see these holes and actually have a chance to get out of the backfield without somebody hitting him before he even got out.
Do you think that say we finished the season with a number 5, 6 pick? Do you think they would actually sign Lindenbaugh? Thinking, philosophy, pay him that much money? I don't think so. Because like I said, this year's quarterback the draft is not that really up there besides Mendoza and course tied since to Orlovsky. But the quarterback class is not that good. As far as like getting a first round quarterback. They're probably 2nd, 3rd round at best. But they got the number 1 pick. Do you think they would assign Lindenbaugh to all that money if they knew they weren't going to pick Mendoza?
Yep.
I think that would have been, because if it was me, like we talked about this last year too, like we that was the number 1 target, that we felt like would be the change needed to kind of start as that base. And I know for us, we were aggressive, but damn, that's actually, as I say that, we wouldn't have got, say, the top 5 or 6 spot. The quarterback wouldn't be there, but Kirk with the Kirk Cousins move still, you know what I mean? Would they just use Kirk Cousins for like 2 years and then just kind of see what that does? And then later, but then we, like you said, we'd be in the same position again in a couple of years of looking, well, we got to get this quarterback, got to get, So I think now's definitely the time.
So I'm trying to understand your question, Chris. You said if we had, hypothetically, if we had the number 5 pick, what have we got Linderbaum? Is that what you said?
Yes, it says they would have got number 5 and 6 pick. No, looking at the quarterback class now in the draft. You think they would have paid? He's the highest paid interior lineman in history. You think would have paid him that money?
Yep. Absolutely. Because again, one of the biggest issues, and this is outside of the quarterback, one of the biggest issues was our run game. And Kubiak said this in his press conference because he made it clear, like, yes, I like Genty, but we got to make sure that we have the other guys around him to make that. You know what I'm saying? And what did we see all year, you know what I'm saying, in regards to Genty? Him getting hit behind the line of scrimmage. So to fix that or to eliminate that, you start with the offensive line. And even if you listen to go take a listen to Spy Text today, he talked again about the offensive line. Yeah. So yes, I think Linderbaum would have been even if we were 16th. You know what I'm saying? Pick in the draft. I think we still would have made a play for Linderbaum because, again, they already established that JPJ was not going to be our center. They already identified that JPJ was going to be our guard. So who was going to play center for us? And who was really going to anchor us at center? Are you really believing Meredith?
We could kept Alex Kaplan.
See now you being Kevin Hart. You know what I'm saying? You being a bad comedian.
I'm saying, but you know what?
hey,
but you know what? They got rid of this book real quick. Yeah, I had some feelings about that the Kubiak Spytek saw what happened last year. They said this is not going to work this year, regardless, because at that time we only had one quarterback. That was Mr. Aiden O'Connell, AOC 12. So we only had one quarterback. We didn't talk. Kirk Cousins wasn't even talk about the pitches. They do exactly what we need. So I agree exactly what you're saying. Like, yeah, they probably would have signed him anyway, regardless. Pay him all that money. Because we need a true center to be a center. Not, coach, this is my first year playing center. Okay, we'll go out there anyway. We don't need one of those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think for this position for Tyler too, like imagine you're blocking for Lamar Jackson. And like he's extending the play, so you got to block forever. I think with Kurt, it's going to be a little bit more simpler. You know what I mean? It's going to be get the ball out. Yep. And it's really, I think he'll be, how I see it in my mind, he'll be a little bit more successful because he won't have to hold it for 8 seconds or 7, you know what I mean? And yeah, I think it's trending up. It's looking up. I could see that whole left side, like the JPJ, Colton Miller, Lindenbaum being powerful, and imagine them kicking out Burford to, you know what I'm saying, hit that left side too to come around there. Because I know Seattle did a lot of like extensive outside runs, you know what I'm saying, where they had guys coming over to set that edge, and it was cool. Like we didn't do none of that. We didn't have nobody, you know what I'm saying. So I'm curious to see, you know, what it looks like, because I think the line has improved like so far. Like even the kid Burford, like I've been kind of watching a lot of stuff on him. I think that could be the solution at guard.
And he's a swing. He's a swing too, so he can play both sides. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think they did beef the whole line. Like Twan said earlier, I do agree. We should maybe get another tackle in the draft just to have that backup of maybe a swing tackle go both left or right.
Mm-hmm. And in totality of this offensive line, knock on wood if you with me. We got to keep these guys healthy, because a lot of the guys that we're going to be relying on, even though we're excited about this offensive line, they have injury issues. Colton Miller has an injury issue.
Definitely.
JPJ has an injury issue. Burford has an injury issue. You know what I'm saying? Like the reason why we were able to get Burford is because he couldn't stay healthy over there with the Niners. Yes, he knows the functions of the system to run, and that's why we brought him over. But he was an injury concern. So you got at least 3 of the 5 guys that have injury issues on that line. So we definitely got to hope they stay healthy. Especially for the continuity of that offensive line, because the most important group, room in the NFL is the offensive line. And those are the guys that you really need for them to be together in order for them to be successful.
That's the one position. That's the one position in football that all those guys have to stay together for the entire year to be successful. You can interchange defensive linemen, you can interchange wide receivers, you can interchange running backs, and probably quarterback too. But if the offensive lines not have continuity, it's not going to be good. We saw it last year. How many times we changed our line back and forth every week? Who's the center? Who's the right guard? Who's the left guard? So continuity, plus you said injury. And that's why I think they bought Buford over. And that's why I say, okay, maybe he can start, but if he don't start, then the guy can come in. They got Caleb Rogers. They got Grant. So they got guys that can back up, because our depth chart for the offensive line last year was atrocious. I was thinking about, man, if I taking my cane out there with them, and I'll block. Jesus, do better what you guys are doing.
And I think they brought Burford in also too as almost like the Kirk Cousins. I think he's the guy that's going to be there just in case, Rodgers doesn't step up and be who we think he is. Because to be honest with you, if you really would like to see how our offensive line could go, is you have Colton Miller, you would have JPJ on the left side, Tyler Lindenbaum right there in the middle of it, and then Rodgers right there on the right guard with Glaze. Then you got something really nice. But I think Burford might be the starter just in case they don't see what they need to see out of Rodgers. But Rodgers definitely can be that right guard for us.
And like you said, maybe Burford is for JPJ. Because, like you said, he's coming off injury. You know what I mean? Maybe they're thinking if he doesn't back. Mm-hmm. That's a good point, too.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Because, like I said, if one don't perform or one go down, we at least have somebody come in there that knows or been there or whatever to fill that spot. We're going to take a deep dip in that. Because, like I said, when someone went down, when Coleman went down last year, who do you have in there for him? What's that dude name?
Forsythe.
Mm-hmm. Then he went down. Then he stunk the bed up. JBJ went down. Who came in for him?
He wasn't good to begin with, just to be honest with you. But
I know.
keep cooking.
Oh yeah, he had one quarter game. He had one good quarter. That's all I can give him. But who's the other guy that when JBJ went down? Who came in for him?
Carlos wasn't Rogers?
Bobby.
No.
Bobby.
Oh, that's right, Mafia.
Yeah. So we didn't have no good backups just in case one of these guys go down. Mm-hmm. And then when Meredith went down, who came for him? So there it is. See, at least they're building depth now on offensive line. Mm-hmm. We don't know who's going to start. Well, we know who's going to start next year. We know Lindenbaugh going to start. We know JJ going to start. We know Cole Miller's going to start. The right side is question mark. We know Glaze is going to do it, or Grant's going to get in there, or Rogers is going to get in there, or Buford get in there. But at least whoever gets in there, if they fall short, the backup can take their place. Mm-hmm. There you go, Smoke Salute, bro. Thanks for coming in, man. So, yeah. All right. So, I'm not going to say this, so I won't. Anyway, I put a poll up there. Who do we draft a wide receiver 1 or a sign free agent? What say you? We'll start with you, Mr. Mr. Daddy, Jason?
I'm gonna say, you can take that third one out of there. I'm gonna draft it.
Oh, I gotta make it even. It's a poll, man. You can't just leave. You know, you vote for elected official. You can't put this one party on there. You gotta have 2 parties or 3 parties.
I would say draft. I definitely want to draft one. I mean, I would too. See, it's sticky because where we would have to draft them, we need that defensive tackle, and we need that tackle. So I would, or the DB, or say, you know, what I mean, there's a lot of things that I would like.
Well, you're saying trade back.
It's tough. It's tough because, like I said, I can see both sides, but
I'll just give you a tough time, man.
But I have a hard time with that too, because especially early, like the first, second, and third round, I really don't want to trade back because that's where the talent's at. You know what I mean? That's I want to get those. I don't want to trade back and then I'm getting lesser talent. I'm getting a couple guys with lesser talent, but I want the dog. I want the one that's gonna get it done. So I'm not trading back until we get to maybe like the fourth, just to kind of get a couple more, just to set yourself up for the next fifth and tick. You know what I mean?
There's a chance, and I've been trying to look at these drafts and study these drafts so I could have something to say to you guys when I do get on people's channels. But when looking at the draft, obviously, number one, everybody's saying Mendoza. Let's make everybody happy. Let's have everybody push the like and subscribe button on everybody's channels. Okay. In the second round, a lot of people are talking about Lee Hunter. And the value for Lee Hunter is a little higher than where we are number-wise. Now, there's a possibility that we could possibly trade back, still get Lee Hunter, like trade back a couple of spots, and possibly pick up another late second or third, where Jason's talking about where all this real good value is, where I'm actually really seeing where all this real good value is. Trade back, get Lee Hunter, and then have another pick possibly in the third round where we can make a play for one of those wide receivers or play with it that way. But it's really going to be on SpyTech to make moves, because what I'm seeing is similar to what Jason is saying. Mm-hmm. Is there the starter rotational guys, the key guys that you want on the field? Those are going to be in your first, second, and third rounds of this draft. Now, you can get lucky and you know what I'm saying, pull somebody out the fourth and the fifth, sixth, you know what I'm saying? But the name guys, those guys that everybody's like, oh, let's go get Denzel Boston. Oh, let's go get Lee Hunter. Oh, let's go get, Elijah Surratt. Those guys are going to be in your second and third round.
It'll be in the second round. It'll be late first or second round. Because I'm looking at that when I just pulled up. These are the ranks. So Colonel Tank is 10. McKellen is 15. I think that's too high for him. I like him, but I think it's too high for him. Once again, my UC guys falling short from him. Tyson, Omar Cooper, 24. These guys are basically go in the second round, late first or early second. This is Boston. He's not going to be there by the time we draft him. I think he'll be gone right away.
Yeah.
Because need receivers? Tampa Bay. Because they lost Mike Evans.
Mm.
And Denzel Boston was a Mike Evans comparison. Because he's big and he's strong. So then Concepcion, if these guys to me, what's the guy you said, the name you said?
Elijah Surratt?
Denzel Boston?
No. What's it called? I'm trying to see where it's he said a name earlier. I was looking for him.
For why you you talking about? Well, I said Lee Hunter. That's the nose tackle.
Yeah.
Oh, Lee Hunter. Okay, yeah, Lee Hunter. Yeah. I would take him first. So I take a wide receiver. If he falls, I would take him first.
Yeah, because like I said, if we're playing long term, yes.
That would take him before I take a wide receiver because we have a wide receiver room. It's not as good as people think it is. It might be, might not be. We just need a better quarterback to give him the ball. But I would not take a wide receiver at 36.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the guys, good guys, all the guys I was mentioning, going to be gone by the time to get to the second round. One guy might straggle in the second round, but you can wait till the third round and get him.
Lemon, I would have loved to put with Brock because I feel like they would have been both ball hungry. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to, pretty much fight, not fighting over the ball, but like, just that same type of mentality, like going to the ball, getting open. That would have been a nice little combo.
But you still got receivers late. They got one guy, 181. You still got receivers late in the rounds. Now, I don't know exactly where they would fall for the Raiders. Mm-hmm. But you still got receivers like late in the rounds. I'm saying like they're gonna draft a wide receiver. They got 2 third round picks. You can do it then. But a second round pick, if what's that guy from Ohio State falls to 36, the nose tackle, I would grab him over a wide receiver.
Oh yeah, Caden McDonald.
McDonald, yeah.
Yeah, I would too. That's my first three. Is Mendoza. Yeah, if it's Caden, McDonald, and then a tackle, and then DB, safety, you know what I mean? And then with that order, I'm good. Like, as long as we cover those things and we get, because we don't have a free safety. We have a bunch of wide receivers, but I mean, each game they could probably go back and forth for number one. You know what I'm saying? Like whoever's the alleged number one. But I don't see a number one. I don't see, no disrespect to nobody on their talent because I know these guys do it and I'm sitting here on the podcast. But as far as like talent-wise, I don't see someone that's going to demand the ball, that's going to give a DB problems consistently and, you know what I'm saying, be a threat. And that somebody has to game plan for this person or it's over. Brock's that guy, but as far as wide receivers, we don't have that. Because, like, if I was a DB, I wouldn't be too worried. I'd be like, I could take my chances because no one showed me anything yet. You know what I'm saying? So
but see, you gotta look at the system we played last year. This is a whole new system we're playing. We have a whole new different things that we're doing. So who to say that everybody's hot had a hopes of a Jack Besh? I had hopes of a Thornton because he was big, he was fast, but he could get the ball to him. Jack Besh, we don't know what we did because Pete Carroll didn't put him in the game that much. Didn't put him in playing that much. So who to say that the guys we got now can do better in the different system where there are different plays? They run different things, different schemes. Who to say that? Jack Besh go out there and get 65 catches for 1,100 yards. Yeah, it's possible. Do it the same way. Not saying it'll happen, but it's a different scheme, different offensive planning. So yeah, I would not draft wide receiver at number 2 at the second round pick, day 2.
I think it's really going to be on Spytech because again, looking like I said earlier in regards to this draft and just what I'm thinking is going to happen with the team, I think even coming out the draft, there's still going to be holes. So if Spytech realizes that, he might just be, look, if Denzel Boston is there in the second round and he shouldn't be there, let me just go ahead and get him anyway. Or you know what I'm saying? Or we're in the third round and that nose, you know what I'm saying? There's a Dominique Orange might be there in the third round, right? So, and he's a nose. Okay, let's go ahead and get him. Mm-hmm. And move from there. Because again, we got so many holes that anything that we pretty much draft, we need.
Yeah. Yeah, there's plenty of holes. That's all I was saying. If, like I said, if Wisconsin's still there, Spytech might take him. Might. But then again, Spytech might look around like, you know what? We gotta get some more linemen. We gotta get some more DBs. We got a second pick, and there's some guys there. we might trade down and get a couple more picks just to get those guys and bring them in. Because one thing is this, that guy falls to the 5th round. He should have been like a second round pick. Nobody picked him up. You can trade out and get him in the 5th round or 4th round or 3rd round. So Spytech, granted they take Mendoza number 1, granted if they don't trade down, probably use that 2nd round pick because he did last year. He traded out and then traded back up to get somebody else. So who does say that your number 36, which is what? The 4th pick in the 2nd round? Who say you want to trade it up?
Yeah. And then, like you said, those 4 picks before the 3 picks before us, they're going to snatch whatever guys we're looking at. That'll be those first 3. You know what I mean? Because that's the beginning of the 2nd round. And basically, everyone's got the whole night to stew over, morning to stew over who's the best talent still there. So I figure we're looking at the same people there. They just have a couple picks before us now. But it's gonna suck because I know everybody that we want, they're gonna, you know what I'm saying, especially like if it's McDonald's, like say McDonald's on the board and it's like you say, like you said, tape falls or something like that. Like it depends on the team, what they need. But then somebody try to trade in front of it, try to jump to, it's all this stuff that's why, like, I know, I don't care what people, think about as far as, I'm here to try to better the team, right? So basically us winning that game at the end of the season took that away. We would have been the first pick in every round because we would have been the solo team with whatever 2 wins or whatever we had. Now, winning that game, you think it doesn't matter, but it did. It affects us because now the talent that we need more than anybody, the hell with everybody else, we need this talent. So now we got 2 or 3 teams plotting before us to pick the star talent that we need. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, like a lot of people don't want to look at that, but it's the reality of the situation. We were given a false hope, I believe, telling, what was it? New York lost. So, so we can win this game. But no, in reality, we messed ourselves up. Now we push ourselves back in each round instead of having the sole pick, and I mean, people think it doesn't matter, but if in the position that we're in and what we're trying to do, like I know we can't talk about what's already happened, but I mean, just the reality of it, like we would have been in a good position to not have to battle with these teams in the 2nd round, 3rd round now, we would have been the top dog everywhere.
Yeah. That's why all of our picks are important. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be like that for at least another 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
Especially until we get this roster where we're getting an influx of guys that are actually talented up and down our roster and have some reserves to where, if a guy goes down, we're not saying, and what? Because I've been doing that. I've been doing that for, I don't know how many years.
Sure.
Then what?
Yeah.
Oh, we're good on the D line. Okay. If one of our D linemen goes down, then what?
Then what?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. They got to build up that depth piece. That's why for a while Philadelphia was good because they can draft because we can draft anybody we want because we don't need that player because we got the players here. Now we can just draft for just in case. We haven't got to that point yet. This year's draft is not going to fill all the holes, Juan and Jason. It's not going to fill all the holes. We got to do it again. Like I said, this year is not playoff bound. If it happens, we all celebrate. But it's not playoff bound. It's to win games and be competitive. This year is like, and to see what we got. So next year's draft, work it out again. Get some more guys in. Free agency, UDFAs, whatever. But this is the first year for Kubiak. This is actually the first year for Spytech because he really didn't do anything last year because Pete Carroll overran his ass a couple of times. So this year, Spytech got full control. We can see what we got. We're going to throw it out there. You know what we need next year? What? We need one of those guys. Let's go get them. Or free agency.
Yeah. This will definitely allow a lot more flexibility. Because I think if we play it, because I think how we played it before was we got to get, we were going for pretty much the wrong things. If not, it wasn't really of need. You know what I mean? We were getting these things that were supposed to, that we were told were supposed to be these stars of this, but it wasn't what the Raiders need. You know what I mean? So this year, I don't know what it was, but they finally started listening. They finally, started giving us what we really need. And I actually have more faith now in what they've done so far. Because, if they didn't do anything else and we played with whoever we had, we're a better team than we were last year. Like, the defense looks definitely better. You know what I mean? Like, we actually got an extra piece because with Max, they had stacked up to, like, Max was not going to be here. But now, so now we have Max too. So now somebody's going to have to, I feel like Quiddy, they already pretty much paid him and probably promised him a lot, saying, hey, you're going to be the guy. Yeah. I figure, like, like they've already told him, and it's like Max came back, so they kind of can't, go back. So Malcolm could be coming out of that backup spot.
Hey, you missed it, Jason. You spit a bar right there.
Yes, sir. I tried my best.
Quiddy, we already paid Quiddy. Quiddy paid. Quiddy got paid. You know what I'm saying?
Quiddy paid.
Quiddy paid.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So it's and then Snowden. I like Snowden coming off that out of there too. So I feel like we got good depth in that DE. That DE room. Like, I think we'll be good. Like the defensive tackle. I think like I said, I'm not really too worried about defense. I feel like what we got, like we talked about Lalu and all those guys, young guys coming up. We got Butler, we got the Peggies and Tonka. You know what I'm saying? We still they're kind of on like the Carlos Rogers and Charles Grant, where we got to see a little bit, more. But defense wise, I'm not too worried because we were getting it done, even with what we had last year. They were getting stops. It's just we couldn't do nothing with the ball. So, yeah, my focus, man, is really that tackle. I think really the tackle, man, it's hard to say. We need it all, really. I'll take tackle, D-tackle, because out of those, we still got to get those. And then I see DB, I want one more good DB. And then, but safety, I would even put safety before DB as far as, because we really don't have a true free safety. And we need somebody that can range and go get that ball.
There's three things I'd say is the nose tackle, safety, and the cornerback.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe a linebacker late in the rounds.
Yeah. Corner, I have faith in Porter for now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think we'll be good as far as starter-wise, but, we want to have that guy coming up in the background, too. Like, that's why I say I like Ponds. We can get Ponds. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with St. James on that. I will go nose tackle, a cornerback. I don't know if cornerback will be there in the second round because I don't see any really good ones that last that long. They'll probably gone quick. But, yeah, I agree with you on that. I will not take a wide receiver at 36. I don't see it. Unless it's somebody that you have to take that falls out so bad that you have to get him because he's there. Yeah, but other than that, I want to take him.
Like Lemon, if he slid, right? Like say he's there at 36.
I want to take Lemon. Lemon's weird.
I would take bro. He can be as weird as he wants to, as long as he can catch that ball. Because he makes plays.
I'm a USC man. I don't want. I take Lemon because he does the same thing that Trey Tucker does.
Like I said, the only wide receiver at that spot that could possibly be there, you know what I'm saying, in that neighborhood is like Denzel Boston. And if he's there, I'm pulling the trigger because again, that means he's almost like a JPJ where he should have been in the first round and we got him in the second round. But that's the only way I would detour from the plan of nose tackle and corner because I don't think there's any. I think the corner room might dry up, especially starter wise.
That's what I was thinking. I think
you know what I'm saying? If you don't get them in the second or third round, it might be a shot in the dark. To be honest with you.
And it's really not that many free safeties out there too, because because like I said, the Raiders brought in that guy from Texas, Malik
Muhammad.
I like him. I like that kid. I watched him in Texas. I like him. I don't think he'll fall to the second, but if he does fall to that second round, I would definitely take him. If McDonald was gone, the other guy you mentioned was gone, I'll definitely take him.
Now the discussion that a lot of people said it, and Jason said it, and I'm glad that it seems like he's on my team. Everybody's on the nose tackle situation in regards to Caden McDonald or Lee Hunter. And when I look at the tape, Caden McDonald's better than Lee Hunter.
Yeah.
I think Caden McDonald has more pass rush ability, you know what I'm saying, at the nose position over the likes of a Lee Hunter. So now if Lee Hunter's there and Caden McDonald's gone, go ahead and get Lee Hunter. But if both of those guys are on the board, I guess I'm getting the Big Mac with fries, you know what I'm saying? And getting me Caden McDonald.
Caden McDonald is a run stopper and he's a block eater. He takes up blocks, which frees up the rest of the guys. That's what we need, especially running at 3-4. Need somebody to eat up those blocks and stop that run. Nose tackle don't have to be a pass rusher. If he gets in there and sacks quarterback, that's a bonus. But we need somebody to eat the blocks, take two guys and get them, and stuff that run. Let the linebackers and the defensive ends take care of the quarterback and the rest and the edges. That's what he is. Now, I'm not saying the guys we got now can't do it, but you still want that big beef up there. That you want that double cheeseburger up there in front. We don't need a single burger. We need a double cheeseburger up there.
Yeah. With cheese. With cheese.
With cheese and lettuce and jalapenos and bacon.
Mm-hmm. And the reason why a lot of people are like, oh, we already got defensive tackles. We don't have any nose tackles. We don't have that. We don't have the Jenkins anymore. We don't have the Hankins anymore. You know what I'm saying? We don't got those guys. And the reason why we're having issues, and a lot of people didn't see this, you know what I'm saying? When you look at the tape, we had small Adam Butler playing nose tackle for us. You know what I'm saying? A 3-tech defensive tackle, a pass rush defensive tackle being our trying to be our run stuffer. And that's why we were getting killed in the run game.
We was getting a run game because those guys are basically all defensive tackles were pass rushers. They rushed the pass. That's all they were doing, trying to get the quarterback. Wouldn't stop them run. Then when they got past those guys, then we had our linebackers. Ellen Robbins supposed to be that run stopper. I see him as a few tackles. And the Devin White missed a few tackles. That's why the guy's not here anymore.
Yeah.
So the other guy we had, Edmonds, what his name was, that Pete Carroll brought, safety to linebacker, he missed tackles. He did get a preseason, but then he missed tackles. So
the Pratt experiment. Geronimo. No, why I said Geronimo Pratt?
Jermaine Pratt.
Yeah, it was the linebacker.
He quit. He quit.
Yeah.
Because they was going to play in my position. That's not just not play. I'm not going to do that. And they want to play special teams. Like, dude, I'm a veteran. I'm not playing special teams. Get out of here.
And that was the issue. As soon as because Pratt was our best linebacker, and for him to say I'm out of here, and you knew how bad the organization that was like the smoke. You know what I'm saying? Where they say where there's smoke, there's fire. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a smoke to what we saw for the rest of the season. Because remember, Pratt left out of here early.
Yeah, for absolutely nothing.
The third game, he was out of here and said, I'm quit. Because they want to play special teams and all this stuff, opposition. Like, that's not what I do.
and we got nothing. We could have got a draft pick out of that, man. Like,
and he left and went. I think he went to a team that actually went to the playoffs.
He went to.
It went to Indy, but I think they fell short. Was it the last game?
It was. He didn't go to Indy.
Yeah, he went to Indy because remember they beat us, and then he went to them right after that.
Did he?
Yeah, he went to the Colts. Yeah, because remember they beat us, and then after that he was like, "I'm cool," and then he went to them.
Everybody beat us. Don't matter. So
yeah, and I think they fell short. I feel like they fell short.
I think they just like they were right on the
one game.
I think they were like a game away. Yeah,
it was one game. That's probably the other way that Jacksonville, somebody got to win or lose and 10. Yeah,
because wasn't it their quarterback went down.
Yeah, Danny Dimes went down.
And then they had old man Rivers come off the, you know what I'm saying?
That's like an old country song, old man Rivers.
Yeah. So he left us because we were at S show, and then he goes and then they get the dude off the couch. You know what I mean? Like you left us.
He was in a nursing home. But
that's the total story of it. But when he got there, that's when they were on. That's when they went on there. That's when they were balling. They were on that run. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, "Hey, I left a bad spot, and I left the Motel 6 and ended up at the Ritz-Carlton." You know what I'm saying? Like it was lovely over there for him.
And Colts got Jermaine Pratt for absolutely nothing. He started nothing, and he started.
Yeah, I wonder would he come back now? Like everything is, normal. I guess.
I think he signed a 2-year deal with him.
Oh,
now I'm not mistaken. I know he signed a 2-year deal, but I can't remember what team it was. I know he signed a 2-year deal, but I can't remember what team it was.
I don't think so. It's wishful thinking, but I don't think so. Especially looking at where Spytech and these guys are starting to really build this roster. Like you see that everybody that they're bringing in is young outside of that kicker that I don't even know why they wasted their time and got him.
I thought the kicker's gay.
Yeah.
Well, he is gay. I'm not saying he's gay. I'm talking about his name is gay.
That's what's on the back of his shirt. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's the name. That's the parents gave him that name. But I'm saying he didn't do good for 49ers last year. He missed a bunch of kicks. Well, Carson did well neither. So no.
And he was perfect for San Francisco.
See, I'm glad you said it because I was about to. And I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
You said it, not me.
Because I was thinking how that jersey is gonna fly in the Bay, like as far as like for the Raider fans. Because I know for the Niners it's nothing, but like. You know what I mean? For the Raider fans, that's going to be like, ooh, bro. And then the number. I know the number ain't going to fly in a lot of places.
Wait, Jason, you've been to Vegas before, right?
Yeah.
You know how it works out there.
Yeah. Oh, there is cool. Yeah. But, in the Bay, though, I was going to say, because the name and then the jersey number, like, it's going to kind of, just, if you know, you know.
Hey, all I'm saying is that at one point, the Niners, at one point, the Niners had Kendrick Bourne and him on the same team. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Wow. Nice. I like
We're going there, huh? Okay.
Yeah. But he's 14. He's 14. So you know what I'm saying?
I don't think that matters. Yeah. I really don't.
Well, in the Bay, because like I said, there's all kind of little, it's going to be difficult, for a lot of people to wear that number with that on the Bay. You know what I'm saying? Because it's probably,
but that's to be honest with you, that's Cali.
Yeah,
that's Cali politics. To be honest with you, like Nevada ain't tripping off of what I'm saying.
You've been in Vegas before. You know it don't matter. They don't even care.
Yeah. Oh, but I stay in the Bay. That's what I'm saying.
He probably still get one subscription to the Bunny Club, so it don't matter to him.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how long he's here. He might not even. I just figured I was so. Just out of everybody we signed, no respect to him. I hope he makes every kick.
I will say though, Jason, and as much as I don't like it, I think he has ties with our special teams guy that we brought in.
He does.
So when special team guys come in, they have their guys. that they like to work with, that they're familiar with, and et cetera, et cetera. But looking at his numbers, I'm like, how you gonna get rid of Daniel Carlson and then bring in this guy? You know what I'm saying? Like the numbers don't even match. And let's just say that Daniel Carlson didn't kick well last year, but even with Daniel Carlson not kicking well, it's still so. Hopefully they can figure that out, or hopefully they bring in some other guys and he gets beat out in camp.
See, that's what I'm hoping to. I swear, that's what I'm really hoping that they get a kicker, and then that basically it's a cut. You know what I mean? And won't even make it to the season. But
it's up there. They're gonna be some more guys there to apply for that job.
He's all watching. He's all watching right now. Like, what the hell did I do to y'all?
Oh, you talking about Matt G?
Yeah, hey, Matt G. Like, what the hell I do to y'all?
Yeah, come over here. Hey, I'm just saying, not everybody gonna talk to you like that, but come over to Raider Twana in the congregation, and I'm definitely gonna be on your back. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't kicking the ball the way I like it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to invite him on the show too. Show him that we got love, man.
We don't discriminate against anybody. You know, your beliefs, your identity. We don't care.
Yeah, we don't care what's on the back of your shirt, man. It's how you represent what's on the front.
Hey, we had a good pass rusher, but nobody was tripping off of him either. You know what I'm saying? We had Carl Nassib, you know what I'm saying, and we wasn't tripping off of that either. So we ain't tripping on you if you swinging that way. I'm just saying.
Hey, whatever you do, you know what I'm saying? Hey,
what you do after the football game? I can care less. Well, on field, you better perform. That's it.
We gotta leave Matt alone, man. Like,
I had to put it out there.
We gonna piss Matt off. Like, hey, I'll show you guys.
Hey, I ain't got enough subscribers to get canceled. I'm just saying.
I don't have any at all. I probably lost them too. I'm trying to get to 500. I'm still stuck at a certain.
Hey, look, almost. Let me shut up.
Hey, so in big news, of course, you guys haven't heard or has been on a rock. The Super Bowl is going to return to Vegas in 2029.
Yes, sir.
So
get that money.
That's 3 years. Maybe we'll be there.
Yeah. And so we're paid off too. The stadium's paid off now. So basically, this is free money for the
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I heard, that we already paid.
We paid off last week.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out and let's put respect where respect needs to be. Respect needs to go. It's not Mark Davis. It is Sandra Douglas Morgan. Okay.
A fine ass black woman. Excuse my language, man. I don't care. My wife even that boy. She is so beautiful.
She is really just something. She is really just something to look at. Anyway. Outside of that, outside of that, you know what I'm saying? Because I do love me some Shirley, you know what I'm saying? Hi, Shirley, because I know you might be watching. He's the one that handles the money. So all the money that's coming in, all the money that goes out, you know what I'm saying? Speaking of her, the press conference she had that announced the Super Bowl, she talked about, she gave, I think it was like $3 million to the city of Las Vegas, and she's looking to double that this time around. So she's the one that handles the money for for the Raiders. So anything that's coming in, those USC, the World Cup, all that stuff that's there in the off season, that's all Sandra Douglas Morgan. So how many years have we been in Las Vegas?
Going on 5 now.
5, yeah.
5 years, and I can't. I'm just going off of what you're saying. Like, we paid the mortgage off.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We can. What is it? They burn the. What is it? What's that paper? The deed or whatever.
They tore up their contract. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's paid off. You know what I'm saying?
They said when we hosted, I forgot what it was, but we hosted something that took a big ass chunk. We pretty much made a lot of it during. Was it the last Super Bowl?
I have to share the screen. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hey, Miss Morgan. Hey, Miss
I
Morgan.
remember 23 years then, but I told Watson I'm leaving.
But that's her, because again, when she came in, that was her job. Like Mark Davis clearly was like, hey, she's going to be handling our money. You know what I'm saying? And because that.
Not only she handled the money, but she handled the actual public as far as doing things, not necessarily for the team, but doing things outside the team, like to the neighborhood, to the city.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of stuff. You know, because Red Nation still don't have a home fan base yet. Because they're not really into the Raiders yet. Because, you know, Vegas is a transient city. People come from old to go to Vegas. So what she's trying to do is put out to the people that live there, hey, this is your new team. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. She worked with MGM. What's that hotel right across the street? She worked with them. She worked with all those guys to get the Vegas name, the Raider name, out to Vegas. She's doing a lot of stuff behind that. People don't even see that, but that's what she's doing.
It was definitely a power move, because she was working with the committee. Well, I don't want to say the committee, but I'll say the committee because that's the best way I can explain it. But it's the committee of all the laws of the gaming. You know what I'm saying? Like the Las Vegas gaming. So there's like all the big wig hotel guys of the gaming universe in Las Vegas. She was a part of all of that. And then now she's working with the Las Vegas Raiders. So she had all those connections with the hotels. So that's why, you know, even the deal of us paying, you know, the taxes, right? The hotels pay, you know what I'm saying, pay the bill. You know what I'm saying? The hotel tax, that was paying into Allegiant Stadium. So all that money's getting filtered. That's why Mark Davis can say, hey, let's go ahead and give this guy an extra couple of million to bring him over. Or, oh, let's go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, let's go ahead and get this dude off the books, you know what I'm saying, and restructure and all that stuff, because now Mark Davis got money.
Yeah, finally. The Raiders finally have money. But because she made a deal with all the casinos there. All of them. She did all that. Mark Davis didn't do all that. Mark Davis signs the checks, which she's supposed to do. But she put all the footwork in because she don't hear anything about her. But she's always doing something. Yeah, that's what I like about her, because the last president he had was them taking money from him. That dude name. He was embezzling money from him.
Mark, Mark?
I forgot his name. For years. And that's why we always broke, because the dude was taking it.
Mm-hmm. Never had no money. Wishful thinking. Free agency was wishful thinking.
Oh, you talking about in Oakland?
Oh, yeah. It was in Oakland.
Yeah.
The guy, I forgot his name. They finally fired this a while back, but like he was taking money from Mark. Come on, dude. He was too still with money. Why we always broke?
And remember that's the history, right? Remember Mark Davis and Al Davis, that was a mom and pop situation. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't like Al Davis had an oil rig somewhere, you know what I'm saying? And we was making oil money or anything like that. He was really a mom and pop. So we were already on the lower bracket of you know what I'm saying? It was almost like a miracle that he even had the organization from whence he came from. So for us to get there, and that's why Sandra Douglas Morgan played a huge role, because there was a lot of bad, you know, people, investments, and people taking money from the organization, and that got cleaned out. You know what I'm saying? And when we went to Las Vegas, it was almost like we started almost all over. But thanks to Mark Davis for putting in the right people in those places, now we're one of the top
We're the third
organization in
richest,
the league now.
third, I think number 3. But you used to be like number 20, 29, 30.
Yeah.
But see, I think they fired that dude right before Vegas the stadium was actually built. I mean, not built, but completed. Before they made that move, bye-bye, get out of here. We don't even take money from us anymore. And then he hired her, Sandra, and then they hired a bunch of people to take over the money, to take over the promotions, to take over the get this hotel a deal for, you get a room, you get tickets to the Raider game or something like that. She did all that stuff. Got the high rollers coming in Vegas, getting the suite, the luxury boxes put in, getting the right clientele in there. That's what she did, and that's why Vegas is like the third richest team in the NFL right now. I think. Let me look that up. Might be wrong. But look it up. But the Raiders, my boy, he's upset. They left Oakland. He's mad. Yeah. I'm mad because LA. And where you at, Twan?
I'm in the Bay.
Hey.
You're in Oakland? I mean, in the Bay?
Huh?
So you in Oakland too? Are you up there, up north?
Yeah, I'm in the Bay.
So you guys are upset they left. I feel they left LA.
Yeah, just convenience. And then I ain't got to spend $1,000 million to get there and watch them lose. You know what I mean? Like that's the frustrating, but like it was cheaper to watch them here, right down the street.
Yeah.
$80 to get you a good ticket, you know what I'm saying? Get you some food, we in there until about the fourth quarter, and then after that we fall apart. But we go out there, we win the fight, and we go home, and we do it all again next week, But now it's like I got to take out a loan. I got to get, like a couple of 10,000, get my hotel room, get my flight, get my food, you know what I'm saying? Whatever extras I want to do out there in Vegas. And then turn around and see them lose. You know what I'm saying? And then have to get back home depressed. And, you know what I'm saying? Do it again. But.
Well, I'll bet you that they left LA because I live right down the street from the Coliseum. I had to pay for parking. I just walked to the Coliseum.
That part.
Well, like it's right there.
Right by Bart,
Yeah. What are you talking about $20 for parking? I can walk. I'll be home in like 20 minutes without walking.
Yeah.
So.
And some of it, you ain't even got to be smoking out there. You're going to smell it. It's all in the stadium. That's what I'm saying. Out there, it was cool. Like, we wasn't tripping off nothing. People big drinking, big smoking. Some people will buy the stuff there. Some people bring their own. Security wasn't tripping. You know what I mean? It was good. It was our stadium. You know what I mean? It felt like it was our house. You know what I mean? Like, we home. We punking fans from other teams. Now it seems like they punking us. You know what I mean? It's so crazy. Like we used to, you see very few, like a Jets fan here, maybe like one sorry ass Bronco fan up here. Just it'd be different, but they know their place. They know not to talk no mess. Just be cool, respect. Respect our house. Keep your negative comments to yourself, and you'll make it out. You know what I mean? But now it's like, man, we get bullied. We get bullied by everybody coming in.
Man, I feel sure on that. I thought it was 4. We way at the bottom. The richest team in the NFL is the Cowboys, right?
Cowboys, yeah.
Yeah, we're not even. Wait a minute. I thought we had more money than that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
They're going to have to figure it out, man, because I ain't got no money for them.
Chargers going. Wait a minute. We're falling way down the bottom of the list.
But we've had 2 losing seasons, too. Because, like, imagine everybody just stopped going, I ain't buying no more jerseys, man, until we start winning. Like, all that, because we got the number one merch, right? We got the number one of merch sales. But even with our team not being so good, we still sell out. We still love our gear. We still.
Okay. This thing took me to the Oakland Raiders. We were the 31st in the league, number 31.
Damn.
That's in Oakland. I am trying to get this year, but yeah, we were like the number 31, $1.3 billion, which is nothing in NFL terms. So they made their money, but I heard they were in the top 4 now.
Yeah.
Was it Mark Fondane or something like that? The president, something like that? Mark.
Yeah, Bodane or something like that.
Yeah, Bodane. There you go.
I'd be forgetting those guys, but so much focused on the team and guys closest to the team. It's kind of hard to that would be a deep dive trying to figure out everybody's names.
No, there's a bunch of guys in there. Sure.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, guys, we've been on 2 hours, man. So, any words you guys want to say before we close it up?
Not this Thursday, but next Thursday, man.
No,
wait, is it next Thursday?
It's next Thursday, yeah. Not this
okay.
Thursday.
Yeah, the next. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait. Because that's why I said we'll know what direction we're going. We'll know if they see our vision, which I feel they do. They've already been answering the questions we want. I like that they're keeping it close. They ain't telling what they're about to do. It's weird because the press conference today, they covered the Mendoza if they're going to take the pick or whatever. They kind of lightweight didn't really kind of say.
You heard that?
Yeah, I was gonna say they kind of left it open a little bit because I'm like, wait a minute, you really didn't say nothing, bro. You just kind of and then just sped past. I'm like, so they might be trying to play it, because he said the teams that have been, they know where they stand, and then that's basically saying like we've already got deals in place just in case. We've told them, hey, if this happens, then if you can give us that extra first round pick, we take it to 4. Then we can make that deal. But since you're still kind of hesitant, then we're gonna take the pick. But I like the wheeling and dealing because like if they get a big enough deal and if someone else believes that Mendoza is that guy, that's all it takes. It's for somebody else to believe and cash out.
You get that offer you can't refuse type deal. Mm-hmm. Like I can't turn this down. Anyway, so we're ranked 9th in the league right now as one of the teams that have money. Mm-hmm. It come from 31 to 9. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up here, Nick?
The top 10.
Come from 31 to 9. I think that's a good jump.
Yeah, you in the bottom. You at the bottom, and you top 10. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's past 5 years, so it should probably get more money when they start playing good. Since the stadium is paid off now,
and
once they're playing good, go ahead.
And get ready too, Chris, because people, this might not be the last Super Bowl that's in Las Vegas. I think the way, and I listened to that press conference, the way that the commissioner guy was talking about it, mm-hmm. he kind of likes the vibe in Las Vegas.
Because you gotta look at it. Look how Vegas is set up. It's set up for big events. You got all the major hotels, you got all the hotels, you got convention centers. It's a transient town, it's a travel town. It's set up. If you had a Super Bowl like in Baltimore, it's not set up for all those people. You can go to Vegas and not go to Super Bowl and have fun. But just being there, there's hotels, there's everything. It's set up for that. So it's awesome.
Security's already, you know what I'm saying? Security's already established in Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Like
the hospitality. Juan went to Vegas last year with my friend, right? And I was on a game. They saw me. They asked, "Do I need a wheelchair? Do you need help?" And just get to the stage. And they helped me out so much. Like I didn't answer that, but they did it anyway. So the hospitality there is already there because that's the way Vegas is set up. So that's why they like it there. Because once Vegas get their NBA team, you're gonna have the NBA All-Star there. Once they get the baseball team there, you're gonna have the World Series. Not World Series, but the All-Star game there too. Mm-hmm. They're at the NBA All-Star. They're gonna hockey All-Star because it's set up for people to go and be comfortable. You ain't gotta travel 100 miles to stay in a hotel. Yeah, I'm going to the game. Well, it's going to take us about 2 hours to get there. Because we got to stay outside of town. No, it's already set up.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is our show, and this will always put up there. and everybody get 5 minutes to say something. I'm gonna let you go since you're the first time on the show. You got 5 minutes to rant. Go for it.
Man, I ain't got much to rant. You know what I'm saying? I think I ranted enough for these 2 hours. But I appreciate you guys for thinking of little old me. You know what I'm saying? And to join you guys, I really, you guys know I got much love for both of you guys, and keep doing what you guys are doing. I may not be necessarily, you know what I'm saying, in the chat or whatever, but I do follow here and there, and keep doing what you're doing. If not, you know, hey, you guys over, you know, on Chris's channel, you guys over there on Raider Nation Jason's channel, you know, you guys may not like anything I say, but just support the effort. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and come on over to Raider Twan and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Hit that subscribe button. You know, help the Raider Nation out. I'll just say it like that. Help the Raider Nation out. We all trying to, you know, I say it jokingly, but I do kind of mean it seriously. You know what I'm saying? YouTube does give us a little bit of money. So, you know, if you can get us to the marks that allow us to make a little money from YouTube, you know what I'm saying, it's going to go back to the Raiders, because, you know, we got to buy some more Raider gear. So help us buy some Raider gear, you know what I'm saying, by hitting that subscribe button.
Yes, sir.
Jason, you got something to
say? Yeah, I've said enough to just, you know, everybody appreciate everybody reaching out, you know, just about like the, you know, the condition and everything like that, and just, you know, being very supportive. You know, I'm gonna keep doing this thing until I'm not able to talk. So, you know what I mean, you guys will see my black face on this thing. But yeah, you know, appreciate everybody. You know, I mean, you know, Raiders, I have confidence will be back to the Raiders of winning ways. So, you know, it's going to be less stress, and we're going to actually get to enjoy some football. So I'm looking forward to that, because I'm tired of stressing. I'm tired of stressing on all this stuff. And I want to just see some good football. I want to see what the you know, the playoff teams of the last 5-10 years, what they see consistently. You know what I'm saying? Just competitive ball. And where, you know, we can rep these shirts and rep these jerseys with pride. You know what I mean? So I think that's coming. We're there. You know, we just got to keep building, keep stacking, and one day we're going to be in the playoffs. We just got to keep adding talent. So thank you, everybody. Appreciate everyone. And yeah, that's me.
Well, I got one thing to say. It's a rant. Nobody can comment me on my new introduction for the show. I don't like that. I thought it was hard, but you know what?
Hey, it's bang.
You don't like it, man, I'll take it off. You know what?
Hey,
you might have to play it again.
I was gonna say, can we get it one more time? Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that thing do bang. That thing got bang.
Here we go. Guys, ready? Here it is.
Raider Nation Jason, Chris, 4 Raiders, Chuy, and this the Cover 3 show. Raider Nation Jason, Chris, 4 Raiders, Chuy, and this the Cover 3 show. Raider Nation Jason, Chris, 4 Raiders, Chuy, and this the Cover 3 show. Raider Nation. Raiders.
That shit go crazy.
Hey, that beat was so hard. I had my glasses up and my hat on. Had me like this, you know what I'm saying? It was banging, you know what I'm saying? Let me try to straighten myself back up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, thanks, Dave. I admit it took me 5 hours to make that, but yeah, I'm happy with it. I appreciate it. Anyway, I have no rant.
Uh-huh. I said we bringing that music to him, man. We just 2 weeks in a row. We can hit him with some stuff.
Anyway, I just want to say, hey, great show, Twan. You always welcome on our show anytime, brother. I hit you up. You want to come in anytime? We're doing a show. We do shows on Sundays. You want to come in, pop in, just hit me up. Boom, you come in. I
Hey,
love
just-
your takes, love everything you say. I watch your show. Sometimes I'll be in the chat because I hardly type sometimes. So anyway, Jason, you know what? You know what time it is, man.
Yes,
Time
sir.
to get up out of here. You guys, do one thing. Stay safe. Spring and summer's coming up. Do me a favor. Kids gonna be out in the streets pretty soon. Be careful. Watch those kids. Take care of yourself. And always, Raider Nation is the best nation. We're gonna say "Go Raiders" at the end of the show. Go Raiders!
Go Raiders, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. We see you guys next time at the Kentucky Cover 3 show. Bye-bye.
Raider Nation Jason, Chris, 4 Raiders, Chuy, and this the Cover 3 show. Raider Nation Jason, Chris, 4 Raiders, Chuy, and this the Cover 3 show. Raider Nation Jason, Chris, 4 Raiders, Chuy, and it's the Cover 3 show. Raider Nation. Raiders.